So it's hard for me to explain what I'm doing because I'm just kind of touching up little areas to kind of bring emphasis to other areas. I should really write down a list of things during the day that I can talk about during my videos. Because when it comes down to it, I feel like the pressure of the drawing and then with the recording and trying to think about all these things at once, I kind of lose my conversational skills, which aren't very good to begin with. I don't know what I'm doing. I wanted this to be more shadowy. I think I might have lost her eyes. She looks kind of drugged or something, or she's not looking in the same direction. Let's see what I can do. Oh yeah, so I don't think I showed the materials that I'm working with. Once again, I've got the kneaded eraser. It's just that rubbery moldable eraser. And then I've got these Pit Pastel charcoal pencils, I guess. So I've got the black, which is $1.99. The gray, which is $1.75, and then the white, which is $1.01. And these are all Pit Pastels from Faber-Castell. And then I also have just this piece of charcoal, just really black. Oops, it's lifting up some, so it's really, really black. And then I have a piece of white. I think this is Conte crayon. Yeah, Conte crayon, and I think that's it. And then the paper is the same paper I was using for the circle. It's just the back of it. And that is Canson Mitientes in Moonstone. So I don't know how much I'm gonna do for this drawing. I kind of like the looseness of it, so okay. I'm also using this pencil, just a It's just like a full lead. There's no wood, it's just graphite. These are pretty cool. See, with the charcoal, I can't really get very precise. I've always precise marks. So I'm just putting some little hairs in the eyebrows. But I was talking about how I was been working a lot towards this scholarship that I'm going to apply for in February. So I'm trying to get at least 10 paintings finished by then, which is really hard for me because I work really, really slow. And oil painting is just a slow medium in general because I work a lot in layers, not very much, not so much direct painting, which is like a single pass. But so I have to wait for layers to dry and then go back and add to them. So it can take quite a while. Like it can take several months to finish a painting, especially a big painting or like a complicated, something that's really complicated. It could take quite a while. These eyes. What's the term? I think it's economy of means. Economy of means, I think. So that's when you try to convey what you want to convey with the least amount of marks, I guess. So Rembrandt was really good at that. Like if you look at some of his paintings really up close, you'll see that he can make something look incredibly realistic, like so much like an eye or a mouth or a smile out of the really, really simple brush strokes, like a little dab. But I'm really excited about applying for that scholarship. I really hope I get it. It'd be so awesome. But at the same time, if I don't get it, at least I'll have a body of work that I can submit to galleries or use it as portfolio for, I want to go back to school eventually, so I'll just have more work, you always, even other opportunities, so if I don't get it, it'll be okay. Oh, I'm having so much trouble with these eyes. And back to this little pencil, which it's not the best thing to use because it is like glossy. It creates like a metallic-y sort of mark, whereas the charcoal is really flat, like a flat type of mark. Or a matte, that's the word. It's a matte mark. I kind of want to start a booktube channel. Have you guys heard of booktube? That's probably what I watch the most. I watch like book reviews and book hauls, and what else do I watch? I watch some makeup stuff too sometimes, but not as much. Ever since I found booktube, I've been like really moving away from a lot of the things I used to watch, like beauty tutorials and stuff. So I want to add some kind of like shadow underneath the lid onto the eye. And I think what's throwing these eyes off is this little line right here. So I'm going to try to carve that out a little bit. When I was drawing this, I think I was drawing it like kind of skewed, so I think the proportions are a little bit weird. Like maybe this eye should be a little higher, but I think it would look worse if I went and tried to erase everything and fix it than if I just kind of worked around it, I guess, or try. So, okay. I'm just gonna let's see. I can be a perfectionist, but not like in the sense of photorealism, but like if it doesn't look how I want it to look, I'll never be happy with it. So, I guess one thing my husband's sister and her boyfriend are coming to visit in a few weeks. So that should be fun. Eyelashes now. So I kind of like how that's developed that a little bit more. I think it balanced them out a bit. So now I'm going to try to go in with white again. You gotta be very judicial with the white because it can really distract. It can be too much. So I'm just gonna try to do kind of the same. There's that helicopter again. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm really excited for family to come up here. We're trying to get the house ready, so we've been doing a lot of yard work and housework and oh, you know what's funny? We had bats a few weeks ago. It was like an invasion of bats. It was horrible. The first night we saw them, it was about 4 a.m, and she looked so sad. It was about 4 a.m, and our dogs woke up barking. We heard all this I don't know how to describe it, like just stuff moving or like things being like hit, kind of like that. So it was like, what the heck is that? And then my husband went to the door, our bedroom door, and he heard all this like patting at the door. So that by this time he figured it must be some kind of bug or bat or something. So he like peeked through the door, and a bat flew right at his face, and he reacted by just like slamming the drawer really fast, and it ended up catching the bat in the door, like right, just dead right in the door. And we could, it was pretty small, like maybe the body was like this big, but like when the wings come out, it was like this big. But all we could see was like one wing on one side of the door, and then the other wing on the other side of the door, like in the door frame. Oh my gosh, it was so gross. And this is like 4 a.m. Oh crap, I messed that up. But so that was the first day. And so the next day, what happened? Dang it, I missed this part up. And then in the morning, he's getting ready for work, And he goes in the kitchen, and we have this window in the kitchen with like the window, and then it's open, and then there's like a screen, but the window's a little bit closed. So he looks out the window, and there's a bat like between the window and the screen. He goes outside, takes the screen off, and then the bat like hisses at him like he said it looked really like what he imagined a angry bat would look like hissing and with claws, and then just like crawled on its feet and crawled on its wings and feet into a corner. And he didn't want to kill it, but he just let it go because it was outside. And then after that, we were trying to figure out like how all these bats were getting in the house. And we did all this research because I guess bats are migratory, so they'll come back to the place they were born, like, and also, what was it? If there's like baby bats in your attic or your house, they said it was best if you waited until they migrated before you started sealing up your house against them, because they will like if you seal up the house, then they won't be able to get out. Or if you seal the parent bats, they won't be able to get back in to feed their baby bats. So gosh, my throat is dry. Whispering is hard, you guys. It's hard on the voice. Just kidding. So you're supposed to wait until the bats migrate before you seal the house. So, but we figured that they were in our attic and that they were coming in through some, like, where the house is being renovated a little bit. So there's like this hole in part of our ceiling that we think leads to part of the attic. So we thought that's where they were getting in. So he sealed off that little opening in one of our walls, and then around 9 o'clock, and sure enough, we heard all these little screechy noises, like where he put the wood. You could hear like scratching, like scratching against the wood and like hissing. So we're pretty certain that's how they were getting in the house. But we're not going to close up the outside of the house until probably November when they leave. But I actually don't really mind the bats. I guess I don't like them in the house, but I don't mind them in general because they eat a lot of bugs. We have a lot of bug problems in the summer, and I think the bats have actually helped a lot. So that's all right. See, it's that sound. When you're just like doing that a lot. I don't think it's a very pleasant sound. Just to me at least. What's that sensation where you like you hear something and it like grates at your nerves? I think I can get that a little bit with like dry. Like dry, scratchy noises. But I can understand that some people might like that sound, so I do have a lot of footage of just drawing if you're interested in that. I might just put it up just because, you know, somebody might like it. And if somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to watch it. Couldn't hurt, you know. I think I'm just about finished. Some minor things. And I feel like I'm leaving this on a really weird note, having talked about bats for about half this video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and just kidding. Hi again. So this is the third day of working on this picture, and after putting it down for a while, I came back to it and I wasn't liking the dark, the super black hair, so I ended up lightening it a bit. And one second. I felt like the dark hair was kind of minimizing a lot of the detail and the shade variation on the face. So I decided to lighten it up and then lighten the background. And I also changed, I changed the cheekbone. I think it was too big before, so I don't know, it was too far out before, and I think that's pretty